What can we expect for the EB2 and EB3 final action dates for India in the April Visa Bulletin of 2025? Given the slow progress, this is a common question that I get among green card aspirants. So let's dive into it. Hi, I'm Simon Shetty, your host and founder of the Smart Green Card program. And in this video, I will break down the predictions for the EB2 and EB3 green card categories in the April Visa Bulletin of 2025. Quick heads up, I am not an immigration attorney. This video is purely for educational purposes only. You should not depend on this as substitute for legal advice. And if you need specific legal advice, be sure to consult an immigration lawyer. Let's quickly recap the movement of final action dates for the EB2 and EB3 categories for India in the current fiscal year of 2025. Well, in the October Visa Bulletin of 2024, marking the start of the new fiscal year, we expected significant movement in the EB2 and EB3 categories. However, EB2 showed no movement, while EB3 advanced by only 10 days. At the start of the second quarter, we hoped for more substantial progress in the January Visa Bulletin of 2025. While both EB2 and EB3 final action dates did move, the progress was minimal. EB2 moved forward by just 2 months and EB3 only 3 weeks. Fast forward to the March Visa Bulletin of 2025, where both categories have seen minimal improvement once again. EB2 moved by just 6 weeks and EB3 moved by the same 6 weeks. All of these slow movements are very concerning, especially considering that the wait times for Indian applicants have already exceeded a decade. Now, let's focus on the main question. What's next for the EB2 and EB3 dates for India? Looking at the previous fiscal year, the maximum movement in both EB2 and EB3 was only 2 months in the entire year. And in some months, there was no movement at all. This trend of slow progress seems to be continuing into the current fiscal year as well. With over 1 million people from India waiting in the EB2 and EB3 lines, significant progress is unlikely. Therefore, in the April Visa Bulletin of 2025, we may see little to no movement in the EB2 and EB3 categories for India. Someone asked, "Hey Simon, my EB2 priority date is October 2014. When will the EB2 dates reach that point?" You might be wondering the same thing as well, because I'm sure a lot of you have priority dates that old. Here's the answer. The movement of the dates depends on factors like visa abandonments, denials, withdrawals, pending applications for adjustment of status, and the number of eligible applicants at consulates. However, the data on these factors is limited. Still, historical patterns can give us some sort of a picture in this regard. In the fiscal year 2024, the EB2 final action date started at January 1st, 2012. In the October 2023 Visa Bulletin and advanced to July 15th, 2012 by the end of the year. This indicates a movement of just over 6 months for EB2 for India during the entire fiscal year. For EB3, the date began at May 1st, 2012. In the October 2023 Visa Bulletin and then progressed to the October 22nd of 2012 by the end of the fiscal year of 2024. This shows about a 4 month of movement for EB3 for India in the entire fiscal year of 2024. So if the EB2 and EB3 dates for India continue to progress at the same pace or slightly faster, we can expect a movement of about 6 months to maybe a year over the course of the fiscal year 2025, unless there are things that change substantially. Here's a way to speed up your green card process. If you're looking to bypass the long EB2 and EB3 lines, consider the EB1A green card. The EB1A has a much shorter wait time of over just 2 years for Indians. The good news is that if you have a priority date from EB2 or EB3, you can reuse it for the EB1, thus speeding up your green card process. Here's how. Start by building a strong EB1A profile that highlights your extraordinary abilities, and once your profile is strong, you can file your EB1A petition directly with USCIS. No employer sponsorship or perm process required, saving you a lot of time in that process. After your EB1A I-140 is approved, you can use your previous priority date for your EB1 I-485 application, which, if you are with priority dates prior to April of 2022, you're pretty much current. So you can file your final green card application immediately under EB1 using your prior priority date. Before we wrap up, did you know that if you don't have many citations, you can use an alternate piece of evidence such as letters of recommendation or widespread public recognition of your work to meet the EB1A's original contributions criteria? If you are interested in unique EB1A strategies like these, follow Smart Green Card on LinkedIn and Instagram, where we put content in so many different formats to help you in your EB1A journey. If you would like us to cover other topics, drop a comment below. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for daily EB1A and general immigration insights to stay updated on US immigration. Keep working towards your American goal, and until next time, this is Simon Shetty signing off. Peace.